Hey y'all, so I know my hair looks really yeah, it's gonna get done tomorrow. Yay. I don't know if y'all have ever done this, but you come up with plans that are not the same as what God said to you. God has told you XYZ, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. You know, at the beginning, because you're excited, it's like, oh, the Lord spoke to me and he said yada yada yada, and it's gonna happen because he said. But after months, maybe even years, you hadn't seen it come to pass, and you're going, okay, now Lord, the situation is not looking like what you said. Well, I was doing my podcast today because earlier today I said, well, I ain't doing this. I'm doing XYZ and I'm going to do da 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 because we only have 3 more months in a year, and I'm not going to sit here and doing my podcast today. If you hadn't checked out my podcast, check out my podcast. And I was talking about Uzzah. Uzzah was a Levite. He was helping Ahio transport the ark on a cart. The ark was not supposed to be transported on the cart. It was supposed to be on the shoulder. They were supposed to carry the ark on their shoulder. Well, they transported on the cart. The oxen moved suddenly or whatever, and the ark almost fell over, but Uzzah stuck his hand out to save the cart, and to save the ark, and he died. God struck him because that you're not supposed to touch the Ark of the Covenant, right? And I had to wonder, why did they put the Ark of the Covenant on the cart? And as I was talking, the Holy Spirit was just saying, this was me actually before the Holy Spirit started talking to me. This is me. I said, maybe because David was so excited about getting the Ark of the Covenant to the city of David, maybe he was like, okay, a cart would be faster, and instead of having people like carry it manually. And I understand, but the rule was you're supposed to carry it. And because of the disobedience, someone died. And as I was talking, the Holy Spirit says, why are you in such a rush to get to where I told you? When you start rushing the process, you end up in disobedience. Now, I pray, I say, Lord, take over this podcast, speak through me. But when he speak through me, to talk to me and call me out, I'm like, because I have been rushing. It's like, why hasn't this happened yet? Okay, this ain't going to happen then. I'm just going to go find another way to do it. That's not what he told me to do. So for anybody on here, if the Lord has already told you XYZ is there and you're going to get there, he already told you where you're going. He already told you where you're going. He already told you. You're going there. You're going to point A. You're not going to point L or point M. You're going to point A. If he already told you you're going to point A, you're going to get there. You're not going to get there when you want to get there. You're going to get there when he wants to get there. When he has an expected end. If your end is point A, you're going to get to point A. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You're going to get to point A. See, we mess up when we go, okay, God ain't doing what he's supposed to. God is not God, and he's not doing what he's supposed to do. So let me help him out. He don't need our help. That's why that man got killed. That's why Uzzah was, he trying to help the ark. God does not need our help. God does not need us to expedite anything. The reason why you are in this process at the speed you're going is because there is something that he needs you to learn. There is something that he is working out of you by going at this speed. Whatever speed that is for your good. Because all things work together for the good of those who are called, who love God and are called according to his purpose. So it's going to work out for your good. You just got to trust the process.